The car battery industry sells you a number on the box: 60 months, 72 months, 84 months. And most drivers assume that number means something. It doesn't mean what you think. A battery with a 60-month warranty is not engineered to last 60 months. It's engineered to last just long enough that most claims fall outside the full replacement window, which on most brands is only 24 to 36 months of the stated warranty. The rest is prorated, meaning you're still paying, just slightly less. The actual engineering lifespan and the marketed warranty number are two completely different figures, and the gap between them is where battery shops, dealerships, and auto parts chains make their margin. The real lifespan of a car battery depends on exactly 5 measurable factors, none of which are printed on the box. Once you know what they are and how to check them, you stop replacing batteries on someone else's schedule and start replacing them on yours. The warranty number is a marketing tool. Most drivers shop for batteries by comparing warranty length. A 48-month battery costs $140 to $170. A 72-month battery costs $200 to $260. The assumption is that the 72-month battery contains better materials and will last 50% longer. In reality, the internal plate construction between a mid-tier and top-tier battery from the same manufacturer is often nearly identical. The difference is the warranty math, not the chemistry. Johnson Controls manufactures roughly 35% of all car batteries sold in America, under names like Interstate, DieHard, Duralast, EverStart, and Kirkland. The core product coming off the same production line gets packaged with different labels, different warranty terms, and different price points. A Walmart EverStart Max with a 36-month free replacement window and a Costco Kirkland with a 36-month free replacement window have been shown in independent teardowns to contain functionally identical plate counts and separators. The $40 to $70 price difference between brands at different retailers is often pure positioning. Check the group size, the CCA rating, and the reserve capacity. Those 3 numbers tell you what you're actually buying. The brand name on the sticker mostly tells you what you're overpaying. But here's where it gets more expensive if you don't understand the next part. Climate is the single biggest lifespan factor. The Battery Council International publishes data showing the average real-world battery lifespan in the United States is 4.3 years. But that national average hides a massive regional split. In northern states like Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan, the average battery lifespan is 5.1 to 5.8 years. In southern states like Arizona, Texas, Louisiana, and Florida, the drops to 2.8 to 3.5 years. That's not a small difference. That's nearly double the lifespan just from geography. Heat destroys batteries faster than cold does. Every 15 degrees Fahrenheit increase in average underhood temperature above 77 degrees accelerates internal corrosion of the lead plates by roughly 25 to 30%. A battery under the hood of a dark-colored sedan in Phoenix endures sustained underhood temperatures above 200 degrees in summer. The electrolyte evaporates faster, plate corrosion accelerates, and the internal grid structure starts to break down far sooner than the warranty suggests. If you live anywhere the summer average exceeds 95 degrees, your battery's realistic lifespan is 3 years, not the 5 to 7 you were told at the counter. And this next one is something almost every car owner misunderstands completely. Cold cranking amps degrade on a curve, not a cliff. Your battery's CCA rating, the number printed on the label, represents its starting power when the battery was brand new at 0 degrees Fahrenheit. That number declines every single month from the day it's installed. A 700 CCA battery doesn't hold 700 CCA for 4 years and then suddenly drop to 0. It loses roughly 5 to 8% of its effective CCA per year under normal conditions, and up to 12 to 15% per year in extreme heat climates. After 3 years in a moderate climate, a 700 CCA battery is likely delivering around 560 to 590 effective CCA. After 4 years, closer to 490 to 530. Most 4-cylinder engines need a minimum of 400 CCA to start reliably in cold weather. Most V6 engines need 450 to 500. V8 trucks and SUVs typically need 550 or more. You can test your battery's current CCA at any auto parts store for free.
AutoZone, O'Reilly, and Advance all offer this. If the tested number is within 15% of the rated number, you have time. If it's more than 25% below the rated number, you're borrowing time you don't have, especially with winter approaching. Now this one is going to contradict what most mechanics tell you.
Short trips kill batteries faster than age does. Your alternator charges your battery while the engine runs, but it doesn't deliver a full charge instantly. A typical alternator needs 20 to 30 minutes of continuous driving at highway speed to replace the energy the starter motor used to start the car. A single engine start on a cold morning consumes roughly 3 to 5 amp hours from a battery rated at 48 to 65 amp hours total. If your daily routine involves a 10-minute commute, a quick stop at school drop-off, another 10-minute drive, and then parking for 8 hours, your battery never fully recharges between starts. It operates in a perpetual state of partial discharge, typically hovering around 70 to 80% state of charge instead of the 100% it needs. Over months, this chronic undercharging causes sulfation on the internal lead plates. The sulfate crystals harden onto the plate surfaces, permanently reducing the battery's ability to hold charge. A battery subjected to daily short-trip driving loses effective capacity roughly 40% faster than the same battery in a car that drives 30 or more minutes per trip. Sound familiar? This is why so many batteries in suburban commuter cars die after 2.5 to 3 years, even in moderate climates. The driving pattern aged the battery faster than the calendar did. If your daily driving consists mostly of trips under 15 minutes, consider connecting a $35 to $50 maintenance charger like a Battery Tender Junior overnight once a week. That single habit can extend your battery's life by 18 to 24 months. The reason why this next one gets overlooked is what most people get completely wrong. Start-stop systems accelerate wear on standard batteries. If your car was built after 2016, there's a good chance it has automatic start-stop, the system that shuts off the engine at red lights and restarts when you lift the brake. These vehicles are designed to use AGM or enhanced flooded batteries, not standard flooded lead-acid batteries. The difference matters enormously. A standard flooded battery is rated for roughly 10,000 to 15,000 engine starts over its lifetime. A car with start-stop in a city driving environment can rack up 100 to 300 additional starts per day. AGM batteries are engineered for 60,000 to 80,000 shallow cycle starts. If a shop replaces your factory AGM battery with a cheaper standard flooded battery to save you $80 to $120 on the install, that replacement battery will fail in 12 to 18 months instead of 4 to 5 years. This happens constantly. It's one of the most expensive savings in car maintenance. On vehicles like the 2017 and newer Jeep Grand Cherokee, 2016 and newer Chevrolet Malibu, and most European cars from 2014 forward, you need an AGM battery. Full stop. Ask before they install. If they put a flooded battery in a start-stop car, you'll be back in a year paying the full price again. This next point is the one that surprises people the most. Your battery might be old before you buy it. Batteries start degrading the moment they're manufactured, not the moment they're installed. A battery sitting on a store shelf for 8 to 12 months has already lost measurable capacity before you ever put it in your car. High-volume retailers like Costco and Walmart tend to rotate stock faster, meaning a fresher battery. Lower-volume retailers, independent shops or dealerships, sometimes stock batteries that have been sitting for 6 months or longer. The date code is right on the battery, typically a letter number stamp on the top or side of the case. A represents January, B is February, through L for December, followed by the year digit. A battery stamped F5 was made in June 2025. If you're buying a battery and the date code shows it's more than 3 months old, ask for a newer one or check a different retailer. Starting with a battery that's already 9 months into its lifespan means you just paid full price for 85% of a product. On a battery with a realistic 4-year useful life, 9 months of shelf age means you effectively lost almost 20% of what you paid for before your first drive. That number on the box, 60 months, 72 months, was never the real number. The real number depends on where you live, how you drive, what type of battery your car requires, and how fresh it was when you bought it. In a hot climate with short daily trips, 3 years is the honest expectation. In a cool climate with highway commutes and the right battery chemistry, 6 years is realistic.
Walk out to your car today and read the date code stamped on your battery. Letter for the month, year for the year. Count forward 3 years if you're in a hot state, 4.5 if you're not, and put that date in your phone as a reminder to get a free CCA test before that month arrives. If this just changed how you buy your next battery, you know what to do.